Hey everybody, it's Robert coming to you with another adventure into history. And on this video, I am going to take you to a lonely grave in the woods that's actually just up the street from where I grew up. So when I was about 10 years old, my parents moved from the rich fertile lands of the Piedmont in Harris County, Georgia, to the coastal plain part of Georgia, which is filled with lots and lots of sand. And I spent many years out here in this part of Georgia, out in Marion County growing up, but I never did much exploring out here. And to this day, it has never quite captured my heart like Harris County, Talbot County, and the areas that I usually explore. Even though we're only 30 minutes away from those counties, the landscape, the soil, everything is completely different out here. But I don't say that in a bad way. I don't know if you can hear the quail singing behind me. I don't say that in a bad way. The coastal plain part of Georgia is very unique. There are whole ecosystems here that only exist in this part of Georgia. Longleaf pines thrive here. Gopher tortoises thrive here. It's a very interesting part of Georgia. But like I said, I've never explored it very much, and it has never quite captured my heart like the Harris and Talbot County lands have. That being said, a friend of mine named Cecil has been documenting old cemeteries and recording their locations down in this part of Georgia. And one of the ones that he's found happened to be just up the road, less than 5 miles from my childhood home out here. So I'm going to take you to that one today, because when he posted it, I was absolutely blown away that it was that close, and I never knew it was there. So let's have a look at it right now. And here she is, all by herself. Although reportedly, she's buried beside her daughter and grandchildren. But I don't see any other graves out here. Of course, the soil is different out here, and it may not form indentions quite the same as it does in the other parts that I explore. I'm looking hard in the woods to see if I see any indentions, but I don't. Let's have a look at her grave. This one, it's going to be kind of hard to read that. There is writing on that. This is a poured concrete. We've seen this style of grave before over in Harris and Talbot counties, where this concrete form is poured and then letters are stamped in there. But unfortunately, time has really taken its toll on this part right here, so the epitaph that's there is going to be really hard to read. But let's read this grave and see who it is. It's in memory of Elizabeth Hart. She was born May the 8th, 1798, and she died October 10th, 1870. It looks like 5. I think that's a 5. And she's buried here in what's now the woods, just off of the road. But she was actually buried in the garden that was at her home place. So this used to be the garden at her home place. It's interesting to see how it has returned to just woods. Now thankfully someone has put this tape around this grave to keep it from being destroyed by a logging operation, it looks like happened around here. So that's always good to see. And let's see, we're going to try our best with this epitaph, but I doubt that we'll be able to read it. Ooh. No, I can't make any of that out. Just too much erosion from all the years. Well, here she is, Miss Elizabeth Hart. She's been here since 1875 in her garden. It always fascinates me, and it'd be interesting to know what she would think of this area today. She probably wouldn't even recognize it. And if there are other graves here, her daughter and granddaughters. I also saw that it was possibly her nieces. And I do not see their graves. The dirt's been moved right there, but there's no clear indention. Alright, well, I hope you have enjoyed this video and visiting with Miss Elizabeth Hart here, her lonely grave off to the side of the road. And big shout out for Cecil. Big shout out to Cecil for telling me about this place. Like I said, I grew up right up the street from here. 20 years ago I was wandering around here and had no idea that that was here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing it. I very much enjoyed seeing a piece of history that's nearby to where I did some time growing up. So again, big thank you to Cecil, and we'll see you next time out. And we'll see you next time on another adventure into history. Gotcha.